Zach is in Omaha, Nebraska. Hey, Zach, how are you?
Gotta be honest, been a little better. We got word today that my dad is probably not going to leave the hospital alive. So trying to figure out how to help my family through this a little bit more, because there are, like, I know what you guys usually recommend, but they're not really plugged into you guys, and I'm trying to figure out how to guide them through the coming weeks.
Oh, Zach, I'm sorry. What's wrong with him?
I think it's some kind of blood poisoning issue. I'm not 100% sure. Every time my mom gives an update, she writes like a book, so I've lost track of all the diagnosis going on.
How old are you? How old is he?
I'm 27. My dad is 60.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Well, here's the thing. It's when you're facing something that's this emotional, and this devastating, the more facts you have, most people it lowers our anxiety. Gathering the facts might temporarily increase some people's anxiety in the mix, but the overall family will be better if they have good, solid facts. People are much more afraid of the unknown than they are of bad news. And that would include the financial story that's here, okay? The unknown is much more scary than even the known that I've got some struggles with, okay? That makes sense?
Yeah, that's kind of why I call, because, like, my mom, there's some financial things that we'll need taken care of right away and stuff like that, but also, like you usually tell people, my mom needs time to just be able to sit there and cry, and she's got my 14-year-old brother living with her. Plus, I got a 23-year-old brother who's living there with his wife and 2 kids, and I know at the very least one of the things they want to do quickly is replace the house, because they live in a fallen apart old double wide that even I don't really want my mom living in anymore, because it's junk at this point.
Yeah, okay.
All
right. So really there's 3 major categories or 3 buckets that we can address. The first one is, do we know the list of things that they own and things that they owe?
They own the house we bought cash for like $3,000 and we remodeled it ourselves. There's a small construction loan with my dad's pickup as collateral. I don't know the exact amount. My mom won't tell me. She has a Ford Expedition. If I had to guess, I'd say at minimum $10,000 on that. They got a couple of credit cards. I don't know if they're current on payments or if they have some debt on those.
Mm-hmm.
And
does your mom work outside
I think that's
the home?
about it. Yeah, she does.
Okay. The second bucket is to begin to put together a budget of how she will live if he doesn't come home financially. How's she going to eat? Keep the lights on? What's going to be the game plan with the monthly budget? What's the monthly budget look like if he doesn't come home? That's the second category.
I'm going to guess roughly $3,000.
Yeah. And then the third,
maybe
you said she works and earns what?
That's specifically her income. My dad was on disability for the last little bit. I don't know if she's going to get any financial. I don't know if he's got life insurance. I don't believe he does. I think he lost it when he lost his job 6 years ago. And
okay, so let me help you with this. All 3 answers to all 3 buckets so far is I don't know. Okay. I don't know what they owe. She won't tell me. I don't know what it takes for her to live and how much she has coming in towards that. And I don't know if there's any life insurance. So I go back to my original statement. Would you agree with me, Zach, that not knowing is more scary than knowing?
Admittedly, yeah, like that's where I guess that was kind of the point I was going to try to get at with this question is those are pretty educated guesses. So my answers are somewhere around the numbers I gave, but I don't know. And my mom's pretty stubborn about telling me anything related to finances as if she's trying to do it on her. Like she seems to feel like she needs to do it on her own to an extent. And I'm trying to figure out how to let her know you're not alone. And I know I've screwed up with my finances, but I've learned a lot, and I want to at least help a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Why don't you just say that? You're not alone. I know this is scary, and I know you're a strong, independent woman. Would you allow me to be a shoulder you can lean on for a short period of time, and let's walk through putting together a plan to where you can operate on your own, but I'll help you develop the plan. Okay? And if she responds to that with a stiff arm, there's nothing you can do then. You can't help people who won't accept the help. Even your own mom. Your little brother needs to get a job and move out today. He's a burden. He's not a blessing. Not the 14-year-old, the 23-year-old with a wife living in a trailer with his mother.
To be fair, he does have a job. Why they won't move out, I will admit, I don't know.
Yeah, I just said what he needed to do. I didn't give a reason why, other than it's ridiculous. Yeah, and so this is not a blessing. It's a curse. It's a problem. But again, none of these people are required by law to take your input or mine. And so it's very difficult to insert yourself forcibly into an adult who has legal rights into their situation without their permission.
The one thing I want to throw in there, Zach, is these next few weeks and months are going to be so hard on all of you all. If you offer to help once and she says no, you can keep offering. It does not hurt to come back around 2 weeks later and be like, hey, I'm here. I'm here.
But what I don't want you to do is to try to help, A, where you're not welcome, or B, where you have incomplete information or cooperation.
Yeah.
If she says, I'm not doing that, then you go, okay.
Yeah. But if she may come around. She may come around in a couple weeks after trying to do it herself, and she wants help, but might be too proud to ask for it. And if you're there going, hey, I'm here if you need someone, I'm here, would love to walk with you in this. And then she may be more receptive. The other thing, Zach, and Dave talked about this, but your brother may not listen. We can talk to him. You want to help your mom, talk to him and get him out. Like you are exactly what you said, Dave. You are a burden. You need to be on your own. You need to get your own place. It's going to make it a lot easier to take care of mom and help mom if you're not having to deal with all that tangled mess.
You and said wife need to be working 60 hours a week and being on your own. And then me and myself are going to help mom as well to the extent mom will let us.
Yeah.
But we're not going to be a burden on her anymore. And, and it sounds like some stuff's going to have to be sold to clean up the mess. And it's a dumpy place and they want to get out of there, sell it, and go rent something. But, go rent a little 2-bedroom apartment for her and your little brother. And that'll give your older brother or your middle brother a reason to leave.
Yeah.
Because there's not a place for him at the new place. But again, your mom, if she's going to stiff arm you and play the tough independent, I don't need help, John Wayne routine, there's nothing you can do. All you can do is what Christy said, just continually say, I'm here when you want help. I will tell you what will drive her nuts and you nuts is either you forcing yourself into a situation where you're not welcome, or she gives you only a little bit of information and you try to act on that, and so you're playing around the edges and you can't really get to the core of the problem. And that's not going to do anything but frustrate her and you. So if you're going to help, it needs to be all in. If you're going to stand on the sidelines, it needs to be all the way on the sidelines.